going to be the Sacramento Kings tonight, 39, 24-1. That is no fluke. That is hard work. And that is you guys coming in here being the sharpest chat I know, bringing winners, bringing the energy. Also, Squad Ride 1, Providence, great. Fuck me. They win games, they cover games. It's fucking annoying. Mikey Over's coming on. Might have changed the vibes. Maybe that'll change everything. Maybe I'll be a Providence guy. Maryland out to a fat lead. They have 75 votes already. And we're going to absolutely attack the college basketball card today. Winners only. All right, so we're Mormons tonight. We're going to be soaking with our winnings, okay? And we're 42, 24-1 in squad rides. Dwayne Wade alley-ooping it left and right every fucking day. Let's go BYU. We're soaking in the winnings. It starts tonight with Manhattan, +5. The Jaspers, they get it done at home for the squad ride. Let's end the best fucking week we've had on this goddamn show so far, all right? Why not us?
There we go.
+115. Boom. You know why? Because I trust the squad ride and that shit prints. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? How we doing? How we feeling? Happy Thursday. The weekend is here. It's draft day. Huge. Could be pivotal. Today is the day that crummy teams like the Commanders or any of your squads who probably stink as well could change the tide. Could change the tide. Yeah, I know Prize Picks is down. I'm sure they'll get that going, guys. W's. Waiting for Jovan. All right, he'll be on here in a minute. You know, he's got some corp stuff to deal with. BTL episode 222 piece. Hold the damn fry, chat. Hold it. Great bounce back yesterday on the squad ride. W bet on the Padres. It was never the Cubbies. Everyone on earth was on them. Didn't matter. It was the contrarian bettor's dream. Okay, the Bucks. That one was not as much fun. Bad bet. I hope the Commanders take Hendon Hooker. I don't know about that one, coach. Have no read on MLB today. Need some help, our guy, Real Nicky Gambles is saying. Yeah, I mean, the board today's tough. We'll dive into it, though. Don't you worry. We should be having Lauren coming on here towards the end. W's for Lauren coming on, joining us once again. We're going to go over some MLB City Connect jerseys with her, see which one she likes the best, and talk about some of the crummy ones as well. I mean, they're pretty much all fire, though, for the most part. And I want to see who she thinks her Cardinals are drafting because I honestly have no idea. Last couple of years, I mean, Kyler Murray has begged them to draft an offensive lineman, and they've pretty much told him to kick rocks and gone to a defensive player. So I don't know, but I want to see her thoughts on who they're going to be drafting. And maybe she's got a strikeout Prize Pick square for the boys. Maybe she does, because those have been printing, chat. Lauren is, probably the sharpest one in the whole Book It squad, to be completely frank with you. And she finds these niches like the strikeout props that she's been hitting on that have been printing like Kaba Ruiz last night. So W's will have her on. We might get the Chelly reports on the ice today. Stay posted on that. All right. Am I on anything in these early MLB games? Let's chat. I'm not. I almost pulled the trigger on Miami, not going to lie. But I stayed off. Didn't love the game. Like I said yesterday, not forcing MLB. Got to let them come to me. Just like yesterday. Right, Jovan?
Of course.
Sure. Yes, W squad ride yesterday with the Padres. Good hits. Was about to dive right in to talk about the Bucks for a second. What the hell was that, man?
Yeah. Talk about the Bucks. This dude, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Put that shit back on, bro. If I were you, I wouldn't have taken that thing off.
Yeah, you got to. So, shout out to Jimmy Butler and the Heat. But, not take anything away from the boys, but that was probably one of the worst coaching performances I've ever seen in a playoff game of really any sport. He's gone. But Budenholzer's gone.
He's probably already kind of gone. I don't know. I mean, he was in the Dave Martinez boat where he won that ring a couple years ago, and that keeps you around a little bit, Yeah. But you do something like this, and everyone on Twitter is turning into, the next NBA coach, scout, I guess, and thinks that he should be fired. It's probably for good reason.
Just like generally, the whole problem of the game. They had no flow to their offense, no direction to their offense. I mean, Giannis early was getting to the free throw line a lot, wasn't working. So their answer to that was let him settle for mid-range jumpers halfway through the shot clock. And like what's been killing the Heat all series was Chris Middleton just going to work over a lot of the smaller guards because I mean they don't have anybody if Jimmy Butler's not on them. It's a lot of guys who are smaller, like Lowry, like Max Strus, like a lot of those guys, and he was going to work. So I mean, if the Heat are a team who's I don't want to say they're kind of built to stop Giannis because nobody really is, but they've been able to do it at least enough for quite a few years now. And they did. And they sent him to the free throw line. They made him win the game from there, and he couldn't do it. And they didn't really have an answer. And then both at the end of the fourth quarter in regulation, why Budenholzer's not calling timeouts beside me. I mean, I loved it, but I have absolutely no clue what that guy was doing. That was horrendous.
Why is Grayson Allen dribbling the ball out at the end of the game when they're losing? That I don't look. I know he obviously wasn't fucking doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just sitting back and watching that those last couple seconds, I was just like, "What just happened? Am I watching a college game?"
Yeah, it was weird. Definitely strange.
Oh, we're watching March Madness still.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest with you, too, like offense was terrible, but like defensively, I don't know how you let Jimmy Butler go one-on-one versus anybody multiple times with the game on the line. That's something I don't get, which again, I love to see. I thought there was absolutely no shot he wasn't getting doubled straight off the catch, but lo and behold, they let him get open for the little lob play. They let him get open for a couple threes, some of which he even missed, and still gave him a shot at the end. Like I didn't understand anything they were trying to do. It was insane.
Butler steps in front. Middleton.
Shoot the rock, bub.
Has it. Down the lane.
Shoot the rock, bub. What
Wow.
are we doing, dude?
Wild.
What are we doing? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I saw one of the funniest tweets ever, maybe. Oh, I gotta pull this one up too. Why is Grayson Allen getting the rock? Why is he even on the court, to be completely frank? I mean, come on now. And also, why is Giannis saying that there's no such thing as failure and losing? That's absolute BS. People fail and lose in sports literally every single day. Half the teams do. Half the teams who play in every single sport every day fail. That was one of the worst quotes ever. I love how he settled down and regrouped because you could tell he was really pissed in the beginning. He's a good dude, and he's very well-spoken, and he answered it as respectfully as someone who was very pissed off after getting eliminated by the 8 seed could. 100%. Got no qualms with how he addressed it. I honestly thought it was funny and cool that he called out that reporter for asking the same dumb question 2 years in a row, right? But the words coming out of his mouth were garbage. They were garbage. And maybe that's why the team, keeled over and died and played like crap in the entire playoffs. I don't know. But if that's the mindset you're having that you can't fail in sports, that is a hunk of crap. That's what that is.
I don't know. I think it was a little different. Different of a quote, I guess, maybe than some people are taking it. Because, like, I think it's just like asking him that question is like, basically asking him, like, how are you going to move on with life as a basketball player and a member of the Bucks? Like, now that you lost to the 8 seed, you lost in 5 to the 8 seed at that. I think it was just more like he's saying, yeah, I mean, he's still Giannis. Other, life aside, looking at basketball, he's still Giannis. He's still got a really good team. Still have a pretty bright future, even hopefully if Budenholzer isn't involved in it. So like life can go on. It's not like all the work just kind of gets nullified because they didn't make it far enough. But I get what he was trying to say, basically.
I get it. I didn't like it, but I got it. This tweet was pretty funny. Grayson Allen with 2 seconds left.
I saw that.
The Bucks season on the line. Bro, he thought he was like LeBron James. I don't know. What was he doing?
I don't know. He's out there
either,
stretched and jack threes. And what does he do? Granted, he was guarded well, but he pump fakes and drives through the lane. Exactly what he's on the court not to do. So, strange choice.
Yep. Knicks were a gift. Yes, they were, Dead Larry Birds. Yes, they were. Bad read on that one on my part as well. I thought the Cavs were rolling there. I did. Before we dive into some draft stuff, I think that's enough Giannis talk for one day, considering he cost us immense amounts of coin. Anything in these early games, MLB-wise? I know we got 2 games that already started, Jovan. 0-0 in both of those. Actually, as the Dodgers bang, sure, 2-0. But Seattle, Philly, I'd like to talk with you about, and this Padres Cubs game that starts up around 2 my time. We'll start with Kirby and Strong, Seattle and Philly. Philly's starting to get the train back on the tracks a little bit here, winning some games and scoring some runs. They won 4 of their last 5. Seattle's got our guy Kirby up on the mounds. The line flipped. You got any thoughts on Seattle, Philly?
Yeah, so kind of how I talk about the I think it's the Giants, who I usually bring up when I see a move towards them against a lefty who they struggle hitting. It's kind of the same thing here. And yes, I think it was a little surprising, the opener, to see Kirby open as a little bit of a dog here, but the line moved. Always interesting to see a struggling Mariners offense, which they had a better day yesterday. But they're facing a lefty who they've struggled to hit even in this series, with Bailey Falter, I believe, going that first game. Seeing a move there is a little surprising, as big as it was. So still lean Mariners. Might be square. Haven't looked at the numbers, but it's probably where I would lean here.
Okay. I'm with you. Like the line move, didn't like the opener, probably off. Total's coming down. Maybe Strong pitches all right. I mean, he's looked, honestly, pretty darn good so far in 2023. All right, Padres Cubbies. We got Lugo against Wisniewski. Total is at 8.5. Hasn't really moved really at all, either the total or the side. Really hasn't moved much in this game, which has been rare in 2023 when these lines are moving like crazy. You think the Padres keep it going and rip off another win here in Chicago, or do you think the Padres are fraudres and we just caught them in a good spot last time?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think they will start to get going eventually. I mean, like, they're not going to be this horrendous offensively for much longer. I don't think so, especially like in future matchups. Maybe today's not it against Wisniewski, but against pitchers like this who are contact pitchers essentially, and he's going to allow a lot of base hits, that could be huge for a Padres offense who's really struggling, getting a really good matchup like this. So I do kind of lean them to keep it going today. I'm not terribly confident in it, and I don't love laying that number in this matchup, but maybe that's just what you need. A number that you really don't want to take with an offense that's still really struggling. So I don't know. Probably lean the Padres, but not going to bet it.
Okay. Fat Girls Inc. coming in with some fire in chat, as always. Looks like Soto's up for a little run square, huh? I mean, he is looking him and Machado. I mean, whoever their hitting coach is, maybe they brought Kevin Long in from the Nats back in the day. I don't know, but it looks similar. Not putting good swings on the ball there at all. I mean, Machado is even more down bad. He cannot hit the side of a barn right now. It's bad. That's why they have the lowest batting average in baseball. You got stars like this hitting below 200. It's nuts. Yeah, that Soto square is a little weird. Am I, sprinting to the prize picks to bet, Soto over half a run with how bad he's been at the plates? No, not really. But if he hasn't been up recently, that's definitely interesting.
Well, he has. He's up quite a bit, but it's kind of not that he's Aaron Judge, obviously, but it kind of reminds me of him. Like, he was up for almost like 2 weeks straight and wasn't hitting it. Then he was up for like the last couple of days after, people started mentioning it. And he had 2 really good games, and Soto's been pretty horrendous. Still has hit the run prop, I think, a handful of times, but been pretty horrendous. Registered, I think, 0 fantasy points back-to-back days. So maybe we're catching him on the spot where he finally gets going against a pitcher who's probably going to allow a lot of base hits, like I said. Could be a good spot for him. So I don't hate that at all.
Can confirm, chat, Prize Picks is working to get the site back up. All right, I'm assuming those discounts might have crashed the site. I wonder. Or maybe it is up because I just logged in.
Could be.
Chat, check and see if your PP is working. Pause. You know what I mean. Check and see. All right? All time. Someone in chat did have an actual real-life meaningful comment, not like the one I just said. Looks like Wisniewski's been getting crazy run support in games he's starting the season with the Cubs, and he's 3-1. The Cubs are 3-1 in games he started this year. He's only 1-1, but I mean, he throws BP. He does.
And I mean, a reason that he's been getting crazy run support too is because in a couple of the games specifically, one of his starts was in Great American Ballpark, fantastic hitting conditions. The other one was that crazy Seattle win game where it was a home run derby. And then the other one, they played the A's. So, I mean, it's a little, I don't know, asterisk worthy, I guess you could say. So I don't really expect that to continue over a larger sample size, but I wouldn't be shocked to see runs in this game.
Okay. All right. I think the play there is the Padres. I'm not going back to them. I'm taking my money and running the 3U. I'm good.
Yeah.
Last year, I probably would try to be cute and take the Padres here with a fat line that they probably should be sitting at. This year, taking the money and running. All right. We don't have to bet every single Juan Soto game when he's playing like crap. Okay. Cardinals and Giants, though, Jovan. This one is looking to be funny from the opener. The opener of the Cardinals opening up a favorite. I think they've opened up a favorite in the majority of these games in the series, though, or at least 3 of 4. I feel like these guys have been playing the last 2 weeks almost. It's weird. Logan Webb now minus 156. I get it, right? Probably where he should be against Mikolas with how bad he's pitched and how bad the Cardinals' offense is, just plain and simple. And the Giants are starting to get going, so I get it, right? The line right now is not too sketch. But the Cardinals, again, opening up as a favorite with how bad Mikolas has been. Come on. Against Logan Webb, and I know he hasn't even been his sharpest self. Am I overreacting here? Is this just Cardinals' respect from the odds makers that still should not be there, that they have not adjusted yet? Or do you think that opener is weird and we should target it?
Yeah, probably a little bit of both. I do think the Cardinals consistently do get a lot of respect on the lines, which is why sometimes, especially when guys like Mikolas and or I don't know, Jake Woodford or even Steven Matz like yesterday are involved, to kind of discount the line a little bit and just blindly fade them because they're terrible at their job, frankly. But yeah, I mean it's tough because they've been so atrocious, and I know Logan Webb, who finally I've been praying on this dude's downfall for some time, and I'm finally seeing it because I'm not a big Logan Webb fan. I like to fade him because I think he's a lot of over expectations or over performance from his numbers. So, I mean, a lot of it hasn't been his fault. His xERA is actually, I think, a whole run lower than what he's produced this year. So I think he'll bounce back somewhat, but this is a tough one because that opener is strange, but that's a big move to fade.
Mm-hmm.
Big move.
Yeah. Let me pull up the splits. Let's see what the splits are telling us. They got to be telling us something. I'm assuming nobody's betting on them again, but it is the Cardinals. It is the Cards. You never really know. I mean, guys, I said this at the beginning of the week. I'll say it again. I would not be betting the Cards anytime soon. Not until they figure it out, at least relatively.
Ooh.
I mean, that team is in REM sleep at the plate.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I mean, if you look at PP, it's definitely telling you to take the Cards.
Is it that?
Fat Girls is right. I mean, his stuff on Prize Picks, like his fantasy score has been up in years. I haven't seen it. I think maybe once this year. It's fully read out, of course, sitting at 26.5. So that's interesting. He's also got a 2.5 earned run square, which even if guys have not been covering that to a T, I know a lot of guys have pitched very, very well and ended on 3 exactly.
Like Waka.
Like Waka. That's happened a lot. Yes. I mean, they still are able to pitch well despite, hanging around to the point of that square. So that's interesting. Couple of guys, I guess, hitter-wise that are not usually listed for the Cards are listed too. Dylan Carlson, I haven't seen him up in years. Super interesting. Whenever Tyler O'Neill has a hits, runs, and RBI square, that's usually a good sign. Probably same for Wilson Contreras. So it's probably telling you Cardinals. I couldn't get behind that. Nolan Arenado has a hits, runs, and RBI square too with how horrible he's looked.
Interesting.
So weird.
Mikolas' fantasy score got bumped down. It was up last game versus the Mariners, Phil's at least saying. Mikolas to record a win plus 160. Logan Webb is plus 175. Okay.
Yeah.
Cards first 5. Cards first 5 ML. Plus check.
I wouldn't be against it. And Fat Girls, I wouldn't be too concerned about them getting bumped down. Whenever somebody gets bumped down and they're red out, or if they get bumped up and they're green out, it's not really something that I paid too much attention to.
Okay. Damn, someone's just ringing my doorbell upstairs. I don't know who the hell wants me right now, but all right. I like that first 5 angle, but maybe I don't know. Maybe we're overthinking it. I can't get over that opener. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's very
I
strange.
can't.
Very
I can't. Okay. We'll circle back to the cards without a doubt. Looks like Shohei's pitching against Oakland today. Total went up to 8.5 with Shohei on the bump. Maybe Sears just gets absolutely obliterated, but I don't know because Oakland's money lines went from plus 255 to plus 245. A little weird. Huh.
Yeah.
Does Oakland show some heart today?
Maybe they do. I'm certainly not going anywhere taking, the Angels in any form or fashion, run line or whatever. I definitely do lean that over. How many times are you going to see a full run move, no matter who else is on the mound, with Ohtani on the other side? So I like that. There's a lot of guys that obviously you like their matchup against JP Sears, a lefty, Renfroe, great matchup. Brandon Drury, who's all of a sudden back to Cincinnati Brandon Drury form. Fantastic matchup for him too. Got Rendon up for a run, which even if he doesn't hit it on a tank, it's usually been a good sign for the Angels offense. I could very well see them getting this themselves. So I don't mind that over.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not betting any Oakland sides or anything correlating with Oakland doing well at this point in time. No further questions regarding the Athletics. That's how I feel. Does it pique my interest that the total's gone up a run and the money line's gotten shorter for Oakland? Sure, it does. It does. I'm good, though. I'm good. Because I don't need to bet Oakland games because there's other ones, right?
Yep.
Sure. How about the Nats? How about the Nats showing heart?
How
about the Nats? Don't let them get hot, Chad. It might be too late. 8-8 in their last 16 games, I believe. Someone check the Carfax on that. That might not be right, though, looking at their record. They played 500 ball over their last few games. Saw a tweet earlier from one of the beat reporters. They're hitting the ball okay. And Mackenzie Gore and Josiah Gray might actually be pretty decent. Yeah. Thoughts on those two young arms?
They look fantastic.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Gore, his stuff's been fantastic. So, there's not really been a qualm with him, even pitching well on course, which I know the Rockies suck, but big step for a guy like him. Talk about Josiah Gray. Yes, we probably want to see more of those starts at home and see some consistency kind of long-term, but he's been fantastic. And it's pretty exciting to see the Nats pitching staff starting to put it together, even in like the guy who's going tonight, Trevor Williams, who's randomly been really, really good in that rotation. So,
and who's he pitching against tonight? His old team.
Oh, yeah, revenge game.
A little revenge game. Trevor Williams looks pretty freaking good. Not even just looking at his stats, but if you watch him pitch, he honestly has been pitching well, straight up. And I thought this was one of the weirdest signings ever. I laughed out loud for about 30 seconds when I saw the notification. He looks sharp. We're facing a lefty today. We hit lefties better than righties. Not even close. Although the last two nights, looks like the averages are coming back up against righties. Had to. Total at 8.5 here, where it's been at the last couple of games. Don't have a really good angle there, but would not be surprised if the Nats stole another one here. Not betting it, not recommending it, but definitely wouldn't be taking the Mets today. Their bats are sound asleep, and they are overrated right now. They are. And I kind of thinking they wake up today, to be honest with you. Okay.
Yeah. And
should have cut me off earlier, brother.
First of all, that's probably, there's only a few on the board. I know Michaelis is probably a little weird, but that Trevor Williams 2.5 earned runs, pretty strange. I think the total in the game, which, they probably haven't shown Trevor Williams much respect. I know a lot of his totals have hung around there when he's been pitching. But on the other side, you got Lucchesi, who's been, he's had one start, 7 shutout innings against the Giants. He looked fantastic. A team who can't hit lefties, so asterisk that. But looked great. 8 to 8.5 in a game with these two pitchers who, in smaller sample sizes, have looked really good. I don't know. I think we
somebody's scoring.
Yeah, somebody's scoring.
Especially considering both the games in the series have gone under.
Yeah.
We saw the first game at 8.5. Second game last night did close at 8. The square under that hits. Honestly, a pretty good angle there I had on the Nats last night.
Yeah.
Tonight's, after 2 unders, right, with 2, pretty mid pitchers on the bump, and the offenses, at least from the Mets, look atrocious. Total's going up to 8.5. Someone's scoring runs today. I don't know who.
Ooh, let me see what their team total number is at. That'd be interesting. 4.5. Heavy juice to the over, it looks like.
Really?
Huh. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 straight games they've gone under that. And obviously the last 2 they've had one combined run. So probably pretty telling.
I mean, it is the Mets against the Nats.
It is.
Yeah. Maybe the Mets do get back on track today. Not targeting Natitude tonight. All right. Before we dive into some draft stuff, which I really do want to get into here in a minute, any MLB plays you need to let the people know? I don't love the card today one bit, and we can circle back at the end and try to find our best bets for sure. But before we dive into some draft props, what are you loving on the board today? Anything?
I mean, not much, to be honest with you. I will say I kind of do think it's going to be the White Sox today. I think I'm going to take a little stab at the +1.5. It's probably going to be a pretty close game, but second time around, I know they've seen both these pitchers, and it went kind of drastically different that first time around. But Shane against this lineup, the White Sox offense has been god-awful. So I'm not counting on them to score a million runs off of Shane, but if there's an offense that's well-equipped to kind of pickle and pepper Shane, it's them. Because how does Shane lose any sort of effectiveness? He gives up solo shots. That's kind of how he goes. He's going to be solid for a majority of his outing, but he's going to give up 2 or 3 solo shots, which is kind of how it went in the first matchup, and I think it's kind of how it's going to go again. I mean, you talk about guys like Eloy, who his odds for everything look incredibly short today. It's probably the shortest I've ever seen anybody not named Aaron Judge against Shane. Like home run, RBI, whatever you want to call it. Super, super short. And he did do that first time around as well. He went yard off of him, but a lot of those guys that are just power righties, even like guys who just run into one occasionally and be terrible hitters the rest of the time, like a Jake Berger, like a Yasmani Grandal, who also took him yard, I believe, first game around. I think it's going to be more of that. And Ray's offense is catching a little slump a little bit. And against C's, they hit pretty well first time around. Don't know if they're going to do that again. A lot of those hits were, I mean, if you look at them, call it what they are, they're pretty lucky hits. Weren't really squaring them up too much outside of Randy, and then I think Andy had one as well. But the rest of that lineup, pickle and pepper hits. So I think it's going to be a little White Sox close game. Take the 1.5. I wouldn't be mad at that, but wouldn't be surprised if they won this one.
Rat Piss Org, Trice is saying in chat. Did you by happen to see the video of the White Sox sports broadcast radio station, I guess, who had a guest on to let him express his feelings about the state of the White Sox? You didn't get a chance to see that? Okay, it's too long to play. It's about a 3-minute, 4-minute rant from a diehard White Sox fan. Chat, you guys got to find this on Twitter. It was an all-timer. It made me chuckle. As a fan of a lot of crummy teams, it made me chuckle, and I could relate to the passion. And it wasn't like he was just cursing or screaming or whatever. He was angry and yelling, but everything he was saying sounded very logical and made so much sense that I thought he should be the GM and not the White Sox, and he was wrestling them. Hilarious find on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Shane went to 37.5 to 40.5 fantasy score. My goodness.
As he should. It's pretty dominant in that first start, but I mean, the one that's more shocking to me is Dylan Cease being at 35.5 after not even, I think, barely getting half of that first time around last week.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if I want to fade your Rays today, though, Jovan. The White Sox give me the EBGBs. I don't like them. I got bad vibes from last season still.
Fair. Taking the conservative approach, laying like the minus 130 on the plus 1.5. Yeah, okay. I think it'll be a tight one regardless.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Chat, we'll circle back to some best bets towards the end of the show. For now, we need to talk about the draft. We do. All right, tonight, ladies and gents, whether your team is coming off a Super Bowl win or your team is the Commanders, either way tonight, it should be a good night for everyone, okay? We're getting new pieces. typically, whether you're drafting first or 30th in the first round, you're probably getting a dog. This is not the NBA draft where there's 5 good guys every year in it and you're better off throwing darts with a blindfold on trying to pick them. NFL a little different. You're probably getting a beast in the first round. Pretty hard to mess it up. All right. Everyone should be stoked to be tuning in tonight. I don't know if Trent's running night sweats or not, but if he is, I'll definitely peep on there. Definitely for the Commanders pick as well. I'm stoked, man. This is a great positive day for NFL fans. I did wake up to maybe one of the saddest, most depressing texts of all time from a fellow DC sports fan this morning when one of my buddies in the sports group chat said, draft day, right? Everyone's getting hyped this morning, waking up for work, whatever. And my buddy, who's a Commanders fan, DC's fan, goes, yeah, this is the most exciting, sports time in DC for the next 5 months. And the only thing I can really root for because all the other teams stink. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So let's enjoy it tonight. Let's freaking hit some bets, Jovan. All right. I've got a couple cheeky ones I like. And I think CJ Stroud's may end up coming and getting drafted a little bit earlier than people were expecting this past week. And we'll get to that too. All right. Jovan, first of all, I got to ask you about the Bucs real quick. Who was your prediction? Who do you think they're going to draft?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know because it's going to depend. Like, they're one of the teams that's super, I don't know, trade dependent of whatever happens in front of them. I've seen a lot of talk. I think it's going to be somebody on either side of the line. I'm just not really sure yet. I know that they do very obviously want to target offensive line help, but where they are in the draft, like it's a tough spot because depending on who's there, they would either have to settle for a guy who's probably a late first, early second type guy, or I don't know, settle for somebody on the D line. I'm hoping to settle on the D line. So that would be nice because that's definitely a need, especially like an edge guy. So I don't really know what they're going to do, to be honest with you.
Okay. I mean, by the time we get to the 19th pick too, like we have no freaking clue who's lasting. I mean, the more research I've done and the more articles I've read over the past couple of days, Jovan, the more I think we don't know what the hell is happening tonight. Pretty much after Bryce Young going 1.
It's going to be madness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't really think anybody has a good feel on it. I don't.
Nope.
I don't. We'll see. I've got some opinions, chat. Don't you worry. I've got some opinions. We'll get into it, though. Let's start towards the top, okay? Have you made any changes since your top 3 picks in the draft from last night? Are you switching anything up?
So I'm not going to go back on it, but, I mean, the shift in the odds is looking like Will Anderson's going to go number 2. I mean, he's sitting like minus 200 now to go to the Texans, which I guess makes sense. So, I mean, it's probably what it's looking like.
Yeah. I saw that today. Shout out Jack Settleman for tweeting that out this morning, too.
Yeah.
Looking like the odds are moving, and he's going to be going early. So I was wrong about my 3rd overall pick already. And the draft hasn't even started yet. Nice. But I do think Bryce Young is obviously going number 1. I still do think CJ Stroud will be the second quarterback taken off the board. And I'm trying to find some cute some NFL draft odds to see the second quarterback taken off and see where he's standing right now because I haven't checked it since yesterday. Let's see where my man's is at. Either way, if it's a plus money, I'm going to be laying CJ Stroud to be the second overall quarterback taken in this draft. I'm comfortable doing it. I am. I think it was a little bit of a smokescreen yesterday. I did.
Could be.
And I think he's the most talented QB in this class overall.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Okay. Looks like the first 2 picks are pretty much locked in. Are we thinking the Cards are going to trade back, or are we thinking they're going to actually do something for once?
Well, I mean, with Will Anderson going too, I think that puts them in a prime position to trade back, to be honest with you. Because, I know they've had their eyes on Tyree Wilson. But I can tell you the trades are going to be coming in hot, whether it's from the Colts that are sitting right behind them trying to prevent a guy if they really want CJ Stroud. But that's trade central for them right there. I know it's probably a pretty popular take. I've seen it a lot from people expecting the Cardinals to trade back, but I don't know how they can blow this. Like it's a perfect opportunity for them.
Okay. I predict a team is trading up for the third pick. Let's see who I think it's going to be. Who needs this damn QB the most? I'm hearing a lot of Titans today. I
Yeah.
would not be surprised if the Titans slid up and grabbed that third pick and jumped in front of the Colts and tried to get their guy. And at that point, I could see Stroud going 3, and then at the 4 hole, maybe we get Levis going to Indianapolis. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I can see that. I guess when you get to that big, it's whether the Colts want Levis or they want to take on the project of AR-15. Which, I mean, me personally, I would much rather take on the project if I was them, because Will Levis is not good at football. I will stand on that, and I'm sure a lot of people will. So it'll be interesting. I think the Colts, obviously, like a possible trade at 3 is kind of the storyline of the top 5 picks, I guess you could say here. But after that, seeing what the Colts are going to do is going to be really, really interesting.
Yes. I predict the Colts are going to be snagging our guy. Who is he? They're going to be snagging Levis, and then Richardson goes to Pete Carroll in Seattle, who's already told their QB this year that they're probably going to draft a quarterback at some point. I could totally see Pete Carroll on his way out trying to groom up and give the Seattle faithful something to hold on to, right? And give them a little bit of a bright spot down the line. I love that for Seattle. I'm with you, Lays Days. I'm with you. And
Yep.
Big Rob, I agree with Jovan and you. I do think Levis is overrated. I just think that's where he's going to get drafted.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. Top 5 picks. I've got Young, Anderson, Stroud, Levis, and Richardson. 4 QBs going in the top 5 picks. That's where my head's at right now.
Yeah, I'm in a pretty similar headspace there.
Okay.
Some of the shifts we've seen this morning.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yes. Line movements, late line movement matters in sports. Late line movement in the draft is everything, right? If these lines are moving up to the 8 o'clock, when that first pick goes, although I think all props will probably be taken down a couple hours before that, chat. So make sure you get your picks in this afternoon, okay? But yeah, top 5 picks. I think 4 QBs go early. I think some teams reach. Someone's going to trade up for that 3 seed or that 3 pick and try to get their guy. That's where my head's at here.
Yeah, for sure.
Jovan, you're in a similar headspace, man. And then we're going to start seeing some of these linemen, some of these defensive ends or DBs coming off the board.
Yeah,
in the middle of the pack. Best
player in the draft, Devon Witherspoon, get taken probably right after that.
You're a big fan?
Huge fan.
Huge fan. Okay.
Everybody should be.
All right. Yes. Who is I'm going to put you on the spot here before we bring on Lauren. Who is your dark horse first round pick who you think might be going earlier than people expect, or a guy like Jahan Dotson, who when everyone saw him draft in the first round last year, everyone was scratching their head saying, what are we doing? And then he ends up being really good.
Ooh, that is an interesting one. I mean, my anti-dark horse, I'll tell you that. Sorry, Lauren, it's Bijan Robinson. I'm not too high on them. I don't understand why he's getting hyped up like he's the greatest second coming of Saquon Barkley, to be honest with you. But a guy that I would say is my dark horse. I would say Peter Skoronski, the Northwestern lineman, who's a guy who I wouldn't be mad at taking a flyer for him to go top 10. The reason I guess he's shot down on a lot of draft boards is I think it was his arm length or something stupid. It was some minimal difference that, like, for linemen in theory is a big deal, but you're talking about the difference of, I saw it on Twitter, it was like the difference of a penny literally is what the narrative is about him going around. So it's with sub 33-inch arms. I mean, whether they value him as a guard or a tackle, he is a guy who is absolutely incredible, as you see right there, pass blocking, and really all phases of the game. So he's a guy who can be very, very versatile on the line for a team and a really big asset for, a guy that can play guard and tackle at that level. So he's a guy I would be certainly looking out for to be a dark horse. But back to that, I think Zay Flowers, also a guy that I'll have my eye on. I think I don't really know where he's going to go. I think it's the Chargers are pretty zoned in on a wide receiver, whether it becomes him or whether it becomes Quentin Johnston. I'm hoping it'll become him because he will thrive in that system. And I think he's a guy who's a little underrated in this draft, is going to be really, really good too.
Okay. I'm going to go with Jordan Addison. I really like this kid. Watched him at Pitt, watched him at USC. I think this kid is an incredible route runner, like it's saying in this description too. W's. All he's done is produce his entire career. Smart kids from the DMV. He's got to be good, right? DC kids. But look, all DMV jokes aside, this kid's legitimate, and he's produced every single season he's been in college football. And I think he's going to be a stud and slept on receiver in this draft. I'm with you with Flowers. I think Flowers might end up being the best receiver on the draft, but I like Addison as a sleeper as well, and I would not be surprised if a team takes a stab at him early than we expect.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Here's your dog. Not good vibes today, though, huh?
I mean, I haven't had good vibes with him for a while. Again, like he can't create separation, and it was cool in college when he was facing solid or smaller corners who really just struggled with his athleticism in general. Like, I don't think it's going to translate too well to the NFL, and I really hate to say it, but he's not a guy who I would want my team to draft personally.
Okay. All right. Still rooting for him now.
Of course.
Still rooting for him now.
I think he's
of course
a Josh Doxson type.
Gosh, man. Yeah, thanks for bringing him up. He was really good for the Commanders.
Yeah, I got to give a TCU count.
Goodness gracious. Did Krabs say Addison was from DC? Yeah, he might be from Maryland. Let's see. From the DMV. Yeah, he's from Frederick, Maryland. Just like me, brother. All right. Jovan, we'll bring on Lauren. I'm going to ask her about some of these City Connect jerseys and the Cardinals draft plans, see what the heck she's crafting up. GM Lauren, you want to pop back in a few when you're ready?
Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Word. Sounds good, Beast. Sounds good. All right, Lauren, what is going on? W's in chat. Let's go.
What's going on?
Go.
I'm so mad Jovan just left because that Bijan take is incredibly bad. Do you know how many NFL scouts even said like he has the best hands in the draft? He can block, obviously can run, and catch. It's crazy.
Yeah,
he's literally a prototype NFL running back.
I'm with you. I think he's really good. Now I'm not, I don't watch that conference as heavily as you guys do. So maybe he knows something I don't, but I thought he was a stud. And I think he reminds me of a young Zeke with better hands.
And people forget, last year he was running behind 3 freshman offensive linemen, and he did what he did. So that's all I can say. I'm just saying whoever drafts him, you might just have the best running back in the league, and you have your rookie of the year.
100%. 100%. I wouldn't be mad if the Manders took him. We've already got some running backs.
There he is.
Yeah, I bet.
There he is.
I bet.
Yeah, I bet. Well, Jovan, who are you drafting first? Are you taking Gibbs or are you taking Robinson? If you had to take,
absolutely Gibbs. Absolutely Gibbs.
No doubt.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, a lot of the things like Lauren was saying, like they've been talking about him being a great pass catching back or whatever it is. If I want a pass catching back, I take Jahmyr Gibbs 100 times out of 100. They tried putting Bijan in the slot a couple of games in the Big 12, and what happened? They scored 0 touchdowns against TCU. So I'll be seeing them.
You know who's a little sleeper? I can't think of his name right now for whatever reason, but the Illinois running back, Chase. Am I crazy? Chase. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He was a dog last year.
Yes.
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
Yes.
That's a little sleeper for me. I think he's going to be really good.
Where is he projected? Let's see.
Probably later rounds for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't seen many props up for him, so I didn't really think he was a first round guy. Okay.
No, yeah.
As early as a 4th round. He's middle guy. Okay.
For sure. And most of the time I don't believe in drafting a running back first round, but when it comes to guys like Bijan, shit. How do you not?
Yeah. Look, I think he's great. I also think Gibbs is going to be the next Alvin Kamara. I would love to have either of those guys on my team. Bring back running. Make running backs great again.
Yeah.
Why not? Derrick Henry's trying, and then his team's trying to get rid of him. So maybe we're not bringing back running backs. But
yeah.
All right, Lauren, let's bring up the Cardinals little big board here. I want your thoughts on how you're feeling with that number 3 pick. I mean, a lot of rumors going around thinking that maybe they're going to trade back. Where is your head at with the Cardinals? Do you trust them to make a smart decision, which they really haven't in the last few years, when they probably should have gotten Kyler some linemen when he begged for it? And then now he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, just trying to stay alive.
See, I'm glad you
understand
that. Like I wish we would draft offensive linemen. But right now it's looking, hopefully, if Will Anderson is still on the board, I don't know if he is. I'd really like Will Anderson. And I know they were looking at that cornerback from Oregon. We'll see. I really wish they would just load up on their offensive linemen because, again, everyone points their fingers at Kyler like, oh, all he does is like scramble. Like, he has no time to throw the football, right? So
100%. And I do think Anderson, at least by the odds today, Lauren, it's looking like he's going number 2.
Yeah.
Nothing's for sure, but that's the way everything's moving and what people are talking about on the TL. So I do think he'll be gone, unfortunately. But, I mean, I think a lineman is a no-brainer, but if I had to bet, if I was a betting man, I'd say you guys are trading back. And I think you get some sort of DB later in the first rounds if you even still have a first-round pick. But unfortunately, I do think you'll trade it.
I think for them, if they want an offensive lineman, it's probably in their best interest to trade back.
Yeah, honestly. Wouldn't be mad about that at all.
Yeah, they'd be reaching at any point if the guy they want's gone early, like a Will Anderson. Trade back and get a Skoronski, get a Paris Johnson, one of those two guys. Just can't really do that early at 3.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, but my main focus today is I'm just interested to see where Bijan ends up.
Okay.
Wherever he goes, it's going to be my little mistress team. I just really pray, and it's looking like it's going to happen. If he goes to the Eagles, like I can't make that happen. But if he's a Falcon, which is looking pretty probable, we'll love to cheer for the Falcons.
Yeah, you can't root for the Eagles, Lauren.
I know. It's like I'm not a Cowboys fan, but just like being from Dallas, you just don't like the Eagles. It's just in your blood.
Nobody likes the Eagles unless you live in Philly.
That's fair.
Nobody likes the Eagles or any Eagles fans. They're the worst. And they'll tell you that too. They know they're the worst. They like it. They laugh at your face while they're throwing batteries at you and spitting at you. That's what they do. Nobody wants to be a fan of the Phillies. Come on. No. Or the Eagles. They were born into it. All right. Yeah, I think you guys do trade back. If you don't, though, maybe you try to get cute and draft a lineman. Maybe somehow Skoransky is, available. I don't know. Maybe you go with him.
Yeah.
Jovan, what do you think about that?
If they don't trade back, I would assume they would have to go for one of the 2 D linemen. If it ends up being like we think it's going to be like a Tyree Wilson, I would assume that's the guy who they go with if they don't trade back. But if they do, it's got to be for a lineman, you would think. Or offensive.
Okay.
We'll see.
Lauren, before we move, who do you think is the best quarterback in the draft? If you had to pick one, is it Young? Is it Stroud? Is it Levis? Is it Richardson? Who do you think is the best?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how important that little QB testing. I know CJ Stroud is absolutely crashed it. What do you get? Like 18%. But overall, I think CJ Stroud.
Okay.
I would want CJ Stroud. I think he's the type of player that would turn around a franchise. And I have a couple hot Bryce Young takes people probably won't like, but I just don't see him succeeding without him being around a full team of 5 stars like he was at Alabama. And I would love to be wrong. I would love to see him do good. I have nothing against him, but if I'm drafting, I'm probably going CJ Stroud.
I agree.
Me, though.
I agree.
I mean, poor little Texas defense had Bryce Young just running in circles. So I'm just saying. But we should have won that game. We all know that.
I know. What do you think about the new jerseys, Lauren? Not the City Connects yet, but the new Cardinals jerseys. Are you hip?
I honestly really like them. They're very basic, I know, but I think they're just clean. I really like them. I think they did a good job. I don't know what people were really expecting.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't change much, which is good. And they made the helmets cooler, and they're not in that image. But first time they're putting Arizona on the jersey, which I thought was cool. Not really for any of us.
I like the little gray outline. I think that's slick looking. And the all whites are probably my favorite.
The all whites, they look like the freaking 49ers. Hopefully they start playing like them too. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that was their game plan. Maybe that was their game plan, Lauren. You've been smacking strikeout props on Prize Picks like no other. And not enough people are talking about it, Lauren. You need some respect.
People are very asleep on the strikeout props. Those hit more times than none so far for me. And Ruiz, how about that, Krabs, last night? Ninth inning
Unbelievable.
strikeout.
Unbelievable. I get a text from Lauren, and she's like, yeah, this guy's not striking out. He's unbelievable. And I also got a text from my buddies in the DC sports group chat from home. And one of them goes, yeah, the commentators at the Nats game just said Hebert hasn't striken out in 50 at-bats or whatever it was.
All-time jinx, right?
Next at-bat, what does he do? The last at-bat of the game, strikeout. Sure. Yeah, I mean, when guys like that are up, I mean, it's probably for a reason on the Prize Picks board. There are some strikeout props up right now, Lauren.
Oh, yeah. I already got them picked out for you.
No way.
I already got them picked out for you.
You already handcrafted them?
I did. One already started.
Like?
I did take Alec Baum to strike out. And that's just me trusting homeboy. Who's pitching again? Kirby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirby. And I really like Matt Vierling to strike out against Kyle Gibson.
Ooh, Matt Vierling, one of my arch nemesi. You know, I said that plural. He's the guy who hit 2 nukes when I ate those 10 hot dogs, drank those 10 beers, and put me in piss at that Nats game I was at last year. Dude came out of nowhere and balled.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. And now he's on the Tigers.
He's kind of a little green gob. That does kind of worry me, but
he is a green gob. What the hell?
He's a green gob. But again, this is just me kind of trusting Kyle Gibson.
Okay, well, I'm trusting you with whatever strikeout props you're freaking taking, so we'll lock that one in 100%.
See a little crab square down there.
We're at.
They have a guy to strike out. One of the better hitters in that lineup right now against Zach Greinke, Jose Miranda.
Oh, shoot.
Did he hit those 2 nukes last night? I was seeing some slips on the feed. Did he hit 2 or 1?
I don't know if he did. I know he hit 2. Was it yesterday or the day before?
It might have been the day before.
Well, that's interesting.
Against Greinke, who doesn't strike anybody out ever.
Look at you, Jovan. You might have found something here.
Yeah, it's a little weird. That's a little weird.
Zach Greinke's come out multiple times and said he literally can't pitch on the road. He gets so anxious and nervous. He sucks. And the guy doesn't strike out people. He's also like 50 years old and throws 60-mile-an-hour pitches. You think he's going to strike out Miranda? Honestly, yeah, he probably is because he's up there for some reason. So there you go. Unbelievable. All right. I'm down to tail this, sure.
Wait, guys, Baum is up right now? All right, let me know if he gets a little strike.
No way.
That'd be huge for the vibes. That'd be huge for the vibes.
Okay.
Also, the Nerfy hit. I did take that Nerfy. Let's go. We're looking good.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me see if I can bring this up and we can get a live looking at this AB. Might be too late. Let's see. Come on, Boom.
Strike 1?
Yeah, sources tell me 0-1.
Okay.
All right, lock in, guys. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
No one said it was going to be easy, okay?
It's never easy. Trust me.
Let's get one more on him. Let's get ahead.
Come on, Krabs. You know Krabs going to fill the zone up. That's never an issue. What do you say, kids? What do you say? There we go. There we go. Strike 2.
Jovan, what are you throwing right here? Outside slider. Down low.
What am I throwing? Yeah, that's what it would.
That's a put-away pitch right there.
Does the zone be the shot? Sure.
Yeah.
I'm about to put my PS5
little circle
in my
change
room.
Inside.
I'm about to put my my PS5 in my room this weekend. You guys are in trouble. You guys are in trouble.
I bet.
Yeah, I'm getting involved.
Foul ball.
Guys, lock in. Hold on. Lock in.
Here comes the fastball. Here comes the power fastball.
No one said it was going to be easy. That's the thing.
High and inside. Inside cheese.
That's the only way he's striking him out. It's George Kirby.
Hold on. Lock in, guys. You're heading the count. Just give him something dirty to swing at.
You can't do that. It's George Kirby, bro. He's got to power it by him. That's all you can do.
Come on, Krabs.
Bang!
That's okay.
Let's go.
Get your little ass down. There we go.
Let's
there we
go.
go.
Come on. Got his ass.
Let's go.
Electric, bro. Holy smokes.
I'm telling you guys, strikeout props, start betting them. They're so much fun.
Chats, we just showed you one right in front of your eyeballs. How about that? It took about 4 seconds. Trust me, it's usually not that easy. Okay, let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, a little second inning cash. I mean, come on.
LC in her bag. Come on.
Come on.
Enough.
Come on.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so it's all on Vierling.
It's all on Vierling's bitch ass now. Chad, if you want to take that PP entry, Lauren Square, Vierling more than a strikeouts, and Jose Miranda. Jovan likes. I like that one too. That's nasty. More than a strikeout as well. A little two-piece. Hold the fry. All right. Wow, that was awesome.
Electric.
That's electric. I mean, that
was cool. All right. We're going to pivot. We talked about the Cardinals jerseys a little bit, but I want to pivot here and I want to talk about these MLB City Connects. Let me get a pull up here for a second. And Lauren, how are you feeling about your Rangers right now? And when is Seager coming back? Is he alive still?
Well, they put him on the 10-day IL originally, but I'm pretty sure he's missed more than 10 games. I don't know. I don't know when they're expecting him back. I thought he was going to come back for the Red Series, honestly.
But the Rangers are still staying alive. You guys did just get swept by the Reds, though, which is
kind of embarrassing. The Astros are right on our ass again. I'm nervous. Our bullpen looked really good at the beginning of the year, and now they're already – I mean, it's still the beginning of the year, but first few games it looked really good. Now it just seems like they're falling apart.
Yeah. We'll see. Long season. I still believe. Lauren, what do you think about these Colorado City Connects? I like these.
I like them a lot too. Now, are they in my top 5? Probably not, but I do like them.
Okay. And we'll go through this list that ESPN crafted up. But if there's sleeper picks that you've got on your eye or on your minds that are not on here, let me know. We'll find them. We'll get them up there.
All right.
The White Sox ones, I mean, these are fresh as hell.
Crispy.
Those are probably my number 1.
Yeah.
Those are probably my number 1. They killed it with those.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks that the team stinks, but Tim Anderson rocking this jersey, I mean, swag is at 100 out of 10. It's not even
through the roof.
100% agree. Yeah.
It's through the roof. These are incredible. Where are my Nats jerseys at?
Okay,
Marlins,
see these? I know people love those. I don't like them. I don't mind them, but like they're not my favorite.
That's crazy.
Not your faves?
Not my fave.
Let me see if I can find another image of them.
That just doesn't scream Miami to me. Like the Padres uniforms scream more Miami to me.
Yeah. The Marlins are weird, man. They got that weird stadium. They had that statue out there in the outfield they got rid of. They're all over the place. They don't know what the heck they're doing.
I'm trying to figure out why they just put a patch on here, though, to show the uniform.
I don't know, but I also couldn't really find them. So, but if they're beat, they're beat anyways. I need your thoughts on maybe the greatest jersey ever made.
Those are my number
the cherry
2.
blossoms.
Those are my number 2. I freaking love those.
The cherry blossoms?
Yes.
They're awesome. They're not like the freaking Wizards, which are like so pink that they hurt your eyes to look at. These are good.
Yeah, those are great. They nailed
These
it.
Are good. And this picture makes me really sad. They had
I was about to say. I
I feel like he's looking right at me. So this is bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Get him out.
Krabs, remember me?
Unbelievable. Hey, I'm a friend of Soto. He knows me. I got a picture with him once. He knows.
Okay. Hey.
He knows. These are pretty cool. People lost their minds when these dropped, and for good reason. I mean, they're very different, and stuff like this is good for baseball, I think, because it's an old people's boring sport most of the time. Do you like these, Lauren, or no?
I do like them. I can't say they're in my top 5, but I do like them. Like, I would love to get one of those if I went to a Padres game. You know, I think they're sweet.
100%.
They're very different, like you said. But see, I would think the Marlins would have something like that, you know? Just like real colorful. That's just Miami to me.
You'd think. Team can't do anything right. So, what about the Red Sox yellows? These have grown on me personally. They've weird.
Grown on me too. Those are sweet. Those are really cool. They're simple, cool. But they're pretty cool. It's different.
Okay. Yeah, not top 5. The Space Cities. I mean, I've always been a space guy. I mean, you guys know pure gummies. Obviously, I like talking about space. Those are pretty cool. Big astronomy guy growing up, taking those classes. But these are sick, and they had a really cool. Was it Siri or Pena? They had a cool bobblehead tailored to these jerseys. These are some of the best, in my opinion. These are some of the best.
See, and maybe it's the Ranger fan in me. I don't care for those. I like the uniform. I think the socks ruin it for me. It's the socks, and you don't get to see those in that picture. Like, I think they killed it from right here to here. And then the socks, it's like, what's going on?
I just think they're boring. Like
That's fair too.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's just their normal color scheme, same relative logo. It's just
Now we're talking.
So you're telling me that those jerseys we're talking about are uglier than these?
yeah, those are donkey piss.
These are the worst jerseys I've ever seen.
Hold on. Let me get ready to talk about this. Y'all don't like those jerseys?
No.
Oh,
Why?
What's going on in these? Like, what even are they? What is that logo? Why is it huge?
Texas with the little spur.
piss.
Is that a spur?
Oh,
Okay.
Pants, piss.
Those right there. I'm again maybe a little biased. Those are number 3. I'm happy to say it. Very
maybe a little
proudly.
biased. Sure.
Capping.
I think those are sweet, guys. What?
I don't know, Lauren.
They tested the waters with the dark pants. I mean, you just gotta respect it.
They tested the waters. I don't know if they're gonna like the result, but they tested them.
I don't know if you want
tested
to
them.
test those waters.
And like if you
Garcia's
really
looking
like
yoked,
dive
but-
deep into like the logos and stuff they picked, like it makes so much sense. They did so good of doing a City Connect.
It does I mean, it makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. The meaning's cool, but
Yeah.
it does look like piss. I mean, could have executed the design probably a little better.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If I'm being honest, when I first saw them, I was like, this is what I woke up early to see when they dropped them. But they've grown on me a lot.
Okay.
The only thing
They
I
could
don't
be
like,
worse.
I don't know if you guys know, but if you go to like the MLB shop, they're only selling the City Connect like with just the Texas. They don't have the number on there. If you want the number on there, you have to pay $480. And I'm like, that is so messed up. Just sell the City Connect.
Damn. So they're making bags off these City Connect jerseys, huh?
Yeah, so if you $180 for just the Texas on the side and then it's just blank on the other. I'm like, what are we doing?
Now I know why
sell
they're
the
making
jersey.
such a big deal out of these freaking jerseys
Yeah.
and pushing
That's
them.
that's the Rangers. They're money machines.
Okay.
Take a trip to Guangdong and get your jersey. But I mean, those jerseys would be so much better without the pants. They would be bearable.
Yeah, wait a couple months. They'll be up on DHgate. You can get one for
Yeah,
$20.
I mean-
Yeah, DHgate. Yeah, that's probably a great look, honestly.
The only jersey I really don't like, and then we'll move into some bets, guys, but the only jersey I don't like from the City Connects, and I want to see what you guys think, are these Dodgers jerseys that are just the same.
Yeah.
But they just say Los in the front, which I think is cool. Like, I think that's dope, but it's the same jersey.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
that's why I don't like the Astros ones either, because they're like the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, very boring, especially for LA. Like you would think they would try a little harder. No, those are sick.
These are, yeah,
Crispy.
those are.
Those
I mean,
are sick.
Acuna rocking those. It's
Mhm.
pretty much a guaranteed leadoff double at least when he's rocking those.
Those
Yeah.
are whoever made this list. Those are 15 criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
crazy.
That was a bad selection, but I mean, they kind of killed it with most of them at the top. Brew Crew, I think, should be a little higher, but
They put the Giants in front of the freaking Braves.
The Giants should probably be.
yeah, you want to know where they put yours? You want to know where they put yours? Oh, are they even on here? Shit.
Oh, no, it's probably older.
Actually, they are higher. They are higher.
Angels
Bro, the
fall.
Serpentines, like these are so clean.
Those are
I like
clean.
No
those.
respect.
I
No
think they have
respect.
black ones coming too now.
8.
They're gonna be crispy.
The
Guys, just look
rivalry
at that
between
picture. How
Dallas.
do you not like those? Those are so sweet.
They put them at 8.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what this guy's smoking, but
Yeah,
I don't
this
want this
guy's
guy
got
designing my room or house or anything like that. I don't want any of his design takes.
no,
Nope.
yeah, I'll be.
I will say
In the
I'm really
hospital in
excited to
2
see
seconds.
the Orioles City Connects
Are those coming out this year?
like really soon. I think they're gonna
Okay.
say Charm City.
Hmm.
It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, that is another nickname for Baltimore. People also just call it the murder capital of the world, but I guess you really couldn't put that on a jersey.
Yeah, you don't want to put that on a jersey, you know.
Yeah, fair.
But if you don't think I'm buying an Orioles City Connect with Adley, come on.
Yeah, as you should. As you should.
Agreed. All right. Well, Lauren, we went over some jerseys. We went over the Cardinals game plan. I mean, yeah, if Anderson's there at 3, sure. Unfortunately, I think with the odds moving, it's not looking like that's going to be the case. But it's going to be an eventful night for your Cards, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe you get a lineman for Kyler and he settles down, but he's literally gone to your guys' front office the last 2 years and said, "Get me a lineman," and they've said, "How about no?" So we'll see. Who knows? And honestly, after the first freaking pick in this draft, guys, I don't think anybody knows who the heck's getting drafted really where. I mean, we've heard different things every day. Every
Yeah.
day.
I will
What
say,
is
guys,
this?
like I don't know how familiar you are with him, but watch out for Clayton Tune too, the Houston quarterback. I think he might do a little
Toontown. I
People
remember
forget.
Toontown.
People forget.
People do forget Toontown. Okay. Any other guys in this draft that you're thinking of, even if it was on like Texas or some shit, getting drafted that people might not know about, or any sort of sleepers?
It's probably
I'm trying to
Clayton
think.
Tune, where I'm like, guys, really watch out for him. Other than that, not really.
Let's see where your RB gets drafted, huh? What's your best guess? If you had to pick where Bijan's going, what team is he getting drafted to tonight?
I think he's going to go a lot higher than what people think. And if that's true, I think he's going to be a Falcon.
Okay. All right. I could totally see him going to the Falcons for sure.
It makes sense.
I mean, PFF's got him as the 8th
best
rated player in the draft. And I'm Team Lauren here. You know, I'm Team Jovan a lot of the times, but on this one, I'm Team Lauren. I think Bijan's going to be a dog, and I would like for the Commanders to take him or anybody.
That's the rookie of the year right there. There he is. You're looking at
I bet.
I bet.
I might lay the juice on him not to win rookie of the year. Find me that bet.
Minus 1,000.
You have to make a book. You have to
a Trent.
build a book yourself.
I'll take a Trent like no player award.
Yeah.
Dubs.
No, he's gonna eat.
He's gonna eat. I'm with you. My prediction, where do I think he's gonna go? I think he's gonna go to the Eagles.
People are also saying, like, if he drops a little bit, New England is a great look. And I've even seen the Vikings, which I think is interesting. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but
okay.
But New England.
I'm gonna be saying some prayers, hoping that Philly doesn't draft him, because I'm not trying to face that guy twice a year.
You're smart.
No, Jovan, take notes.
I want him to go to the Falcons, so I do face him twice a year.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable. All right, Lauren. Well, W's. Thanks for coming on again.
Of course. I appreciate you guys having me on.
100%. Yeah. Let's hope this prize pick smacks. We got Matt Vierling, more than a half strikeout. Jose Miranda, more than half a strikeouts. Lauren, we'll catch you at the counter.
Let's get it. All right, guys.
Gotcha. Peace. Dubs. Let's talk bets. All right, gents. How we doing? Philly getting King Henry instead. Yes. If I could find a line for the Eagles either ending up with Bijan or ending up with Derrick Henry by the end of the draft, I would place a wager on that responsibly. I would.
Fair.
Yvonne, you want to be the book for that? You probably
get rich. I'll be the book for
that. All right, brother. NHL. Let's talk about it for 1 second. Last night, the Kraken. How about him?
Yeah.
How about him? What a freaking game that was. And I mean, the Kraken, the amount of heart those boys show, it's really fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
They're balling. Maybe not for people's bank accounts, but what a series that's been. Tonight, your Tampa Bay Lightning are playing. Are they winning?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they win, and then they're going to be in a super public take it to game 7 spot come next game, and then they probably lose at home, to be honest with you. So that's probably what I would think is going to happen there. I do kind of like that over, though, as square as it is. I think they're going to come out pretty desperate today. It's going to be a lot of high-action, high-flying hockey for at least a stretch of the game. But, yeah, I'm thinking they come tonight.
Okay. Anything in the Rangers game or the Knights game tonight? Rangers game is almost a coin flip. They opened up – maybe it opened up a pick-em, and now the Devils are a slight favorite at home tonight. You think they take the advantage at home and go up 3-2, or you like the Rangers?
I mean, I definitely do not want to place my money in that game, to be honest with you. Probably would lean the under, if anything, there. Line move towards the Devils, pretty interesting, maybe a little telling. So they're sitting minus 120, minus 125 right now. So I would lean them, probably lean Vegas too, with all the injuries the Jets have now. No Morrissey, no Scheifele. It's kind of seeming like one of these two series at the very least is going to end tonight, and I think it's probably going to be Vegas, or at least more likely to be Vegas. I'm not going to lay minus 200 in that series, but it's kind of what I think is going to happen.
Okay. All right, Jovan, let's talk about the Celtics-Hawks for about 3 seconds. Do you think the Hawks can keep this series alive. I can't believe the Hawks have even gotten 2 wins up to this point.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I
thought this was the sweep. I would have picked the series as the sweep beforehand. Hence why it's 3-2. You think the Hawks cover tonight? I don't know, man. Especially even after the Bucks last night flopped, right, as a sharp favorite. I don't know if anyone's going to be rushing about the C's tonight.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably lean the Celtics if anything, but I'm not going to take anything there. But it's definitely the spot, especially after the Bucks, like you said last night. Similar circumstance, not as many points, but I guess similar overall scenario. Didn't come through, didn't even win the game. So that would be kind of mine. I think they win cover probably, but I'm good with that.
I took this last night when I was firing off prize picks left and right. It got bumped down from 3 to 2.5. Very, very sharp. People are telling me. Trae Young, less than 2.5 free throws in the first half. Sure. I'll be sweating that one out today.
There you go.
Right? And then obviously Vierling and Miranda here. All right. That's what I've got so far today.
Huge.
Love that Trae Young less than free throws prop. He's not going to the line. Come on. He's not doing anything. Okay. Jovan, do you have a draft bet? Best bet. Do you have a draft best bet for the people?
So there's a couple that I guess we've touched on a lot. I saw for about plus 100, depending where you look. You got Skoronski top 10, which is one of them that I'm rolling with there. I think whether it's the product of a trade or whoever sneaks kind of into that, 7 to 10 range, possibly. I think he's a guy who's probably going to go a little higher than people expect, and those odds were probably a little shorter than I expected too. Looking at a guy who's probably been projected more than not to go in that 10 to 15-ish range, maybe even a tad later. So that's probably one of my better ones that I like. Seagod, yeah, I'm placing that just because fuck Stetson Bennett. I'm taking him to go undrafted for even money because that guy can eat shit, frankly. So talked about those. I think the Chargers get a wide receiver if I can find a line for that, because it seems like the odds are shifted to almost minus 140 now for him to go wide receiver, as I've seen Zay Flowers' draft position move up towards them and Quentin Johnston's move down towards them. So I think that's a pretty good sign for them, and I do think they end up landing on one of those guys, probably Quentin Johnston if it comes to that, and Zay Flowers ends up getting taken in the late teens, early 20s. So I haven't looked at the line for that, but that would be one that I like too. I don't know. Do you have any ones you like?
Yeah, I like that Flowers first receiver drafted that you've been talking about, plus 265. I'm seeing first tight ends. What's up?
Plus, or I guess, yeah, that's a crazy pick.
Yeah, I like that. I like Dalton Kincaid to be drafted before Mayer. I'm seeing only plus 120, but that might be a crummy offshore line here. I like Kincaid to go before Mayer.
Okay.
I do. So first tight end off the board. I like Kincaid at plus money there. For third overall pick in the draft, I like CJ Stroud, who is now around even to be going third overall. And I'm assuming that's not to be going to the Cardinals, by the way, chat, right? Use your brains. They already have a quarterback. So I'm pretty sure the script that we've been drawing up all day is about to occur tonight, but we won't know until probably, 9 o'clock, right? I do like that, though. Stroud to be the third overall pick in the draft, which I'm seeing at minus 105 on my book. Nuts. That's probably my favorite pick on the NFL draft board tonight, chat. That's probably my favorite pick. All right. I think he's going third. I really don't have any doubts about it. Maybe he even goes earlier. Who knows? Maybe the whole thing was a facade. Imagine how crazy it would be if Bryce Young does not go number one and a guy like Stroud, who people were dragging, saying the guy's brain doesn't work, goes first. That would be crazy. I'm here for it.
I'd be here for that too.
I'm here for it. Sure. Chat, who do you guys think is going to be the second QB taken off the board? Who are you guys thinking? Because everyone I talk to has a different opinion. All right. I'm seeing a lot of stuff today that maybe Richardson is not going to be going as early as people think. I think the Levis hype train has finally silenced. I think it's going to be Stroud, chat. I really do. I really do. Levis, Stroud's. Okay. Stroud minus 200 going second, Nerdneck is saying. Whoa. Nerdneck Jason, that's crazy. That's a crazy book. It was all a smokescreen, huh? Sure. Under 4.5 QBs taken in the first round at plus 112. I don't love that. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't love that. I do think Hendon Hooker goes in the first round, so I think he'd be the fifth, personally. I think he goes earlier than we expect. Basically just gambling if Hooker gets taken or not. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of thinking the same way, but that juice has gotten – it's almost even now. It was pretty like minus 190 to the over when we were talking about yesterday. I see minus 115-ish both ways now.
Holy smokes.
I mean, maybe that's meaning he's going to fall out, which I guess would make sense. I mean, he's an old quarterback coming off of an ACL injury, so I guess in theory, not crazy that would scare a lot of teams off. But, yeah.
Hooker is old, lol. Hey, McKiffin, look up how old Joe Burrow was when he got drafted, brother.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you take him on your team. Bryce Young falls due to size. Bryce Young's going number one, my man. He is. All right, let's find some winners for today. All right, Chad, I hope all of your teams, unless you are an Eagles, Giants, or Cowboys fans, I hope all your teams get the picks you want. I do. All right, tonight's going to be a great night, especially for fans of crummy teams like me. All right, great night. I'm stoked. Jovan, let's find some baseball winners for the people. Okay. Would not be opposed. Gosh, Padres are up to minus 170 since we talked about them.
Yeah, jeez.
What the?
It's a fat move.
I mean, I wouldn't hate the minus 1.5 with them being on the road. Just saying.
Yeah?
Just saying. That does start up in 30 minutes, though.
That does. Yeah, it's a little early.
What about the Cards, man?
That also is not too late either.
Yeah.
It's only an hour after. Yeah, later.
Well, not putting the Oakland game in here. I'll tell you that much.
Good, though.
Don't love anything in the O's game. You want to put something in the Oakland game in there?
I mean, at least maybe put it up for consideration, taking that over. Full run move with Ohtani, no matter who's on the mound. I feel like it's got to be slightly considered.
I was so hurt last time we took them. I was so hurt. Trent said he has a feeling Soto's hitting a nuke tonight. Yeah, I mean, he's up for a run. He's been ass. I don't know. Sure. I mean, he had some of the worst at-bats I've ever seen last night. It was atrocious.
Yeah,
it's atrocious. You want to put that Oakland over in? It might go to 9.
It's at 9?
Okay. It might go to 9. The juice is moving. Hurry up.
Yeah, I don't really care.
All right, we'll go Oakland, LA over. What else, Jovan? Talk some out while I pull up this poll and get it going for the people.
I mean, what's your gut feeling for the Nats?
Gut feeling for the Nats, I think we win the game. But they're plus 200, dude.
So?
You think the Nats win today?
I mean, I also like runs there. So, I mean, it's if their offense shows up, which very well could against Lucchesi. I don't know.
Would you rather take the over than the Nats? Could take the Nats team total over.
What's that sitting at?
That's sitting at 3.5 plus 115 or 3 minus 120.
Yeah, I'm not in love with that. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Would probably have to take the Mets, if anything, at their number.
All right.
Just saying.
You want to put the Lightning in there on the ice?
No.
All right.
I'm good. I'm not putting Trent Nuke as a squad ride on the Lightning. That's just asking for cake.
All right. Fine. We might have to put some of these early baseball games in there.
Might have to. You can put White Sox plus 1.5 in there.
We could put your White Sox minus 1.5. Yeah.
Close.
Sure. Not all line?
Yeah, not all line. We won't get too insane.
All right. What about the Cardinals? Money line.
Sure.
You think they win today? Gun to your head?
Gun to my head, yeah, I'd be taking Cards.
All right. I'm with it. We need one more play. What are we thinking? Celtics?
I mean, you can run point on that one if you want.
Let's see. Checking the splits, chat. Checking the splits. They are so public. Wow, shocker. All right. Why don't we go with the Nats over and some runs and Williams and Lachushki?
Okay.
Let's take it.
I'm down.
Nats hit lefties, and the Mets offense has to get going, and maybe they'll do it against their old teammate.
Why not?
Let me get the poll up, chats. We don't have our guy Joshy today, unfortunately. So let me craft this up myself. We've got Oakland, LA over 8.5. Sure. We've got the Chicago White Sox plus 1.5. What could go wrong there? St. Louis money line. New York Mets, Nats over 8.5. I'm missing one. Am I missing a play?
Say it again.
We've got Oakland over, White Sox plus 1.5, St. Louis money line, Nats over. Chad, am I missing something?
Maybe that's just all we had.
Yeah. All right. The Padres game, guys, would probably be in there, but the game starts in like 20 minutes. So we couldn't get a graphic out by then. Why don't we go with the Celtics?
Okay.
I like the Celtics tonight to cover. All right. -7, boys. -7. All right. Poll is up. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Poll is up. Hurry up. Chat, not a great slate today, unfortunately. Thank God we do have the NFL draft to save us tonight, and stay posted for the full cards for plays there, chat. We'll craft something up and get you out some winners, all right? Back to Malik, coming in with some sub bangs. Let's go. Let's go, Malik. 5 sub bangs. Appreciate it, Beast. Awesome. Boning Dirties 54. Sure. Card sucks. Sub bang. Awesome. Thanks for the sub bang, but we might be taking the cards today in the squad ride. So that'd be a little plot twist for you. Damn, cards are winning the vote right now. Sure.
Really?
Wow, the people want a plus chicky winner, huh? I don't blame them. One bit. Chats, stay posted. Make sure you guys follow me on Pickets so you know when all my plays get locked in this afternoon. You get notified first. Follow us on Picket and download the app. It's free, and that way you can track all your bets on there. So easy. So easy. All right. Let's go cards. Chad, if you guys don't want the cards in there, you better get the votes going. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. All right. If you guys bully Trent into doing night sweats tonight, I'll hop on at some points. Definitely for the beginning. Need to see who the Commanders get. No hockey. Hockey's been cake, brother. Hockey's been cake. No need to force. What do we like in the Padres game, Jay Hearns is saying? He missed it. I think the Padres win that game. I might be locking them in -1.5 at the end of the stream. So stay posted. Okay, follow me on Picket so you know when it's locked. And make sure you guys vote in the squad ride right now. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. Yeah, left hand up, chat. Left hand up. Trent, you running night sweats tonight? Dubs. Let's go, Jovan. Don't be afraid to put that left hand up there. Let's go.
Oh, of course.
All right, chats. Got about a minute here in the poll. Hurry up and vote. It's a nail biter. It's a 1-vote contest between the over and the Angels and the Cards.
Barn burner, bro.
It's a barn burner. Sure. Hurry up. Get your votes in. Go, 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 go. Run. Are we going to get a tie today? First ever tie?
Overs. Getting some late steam.
Yeah, that could be a good sign.
Could be it right there.
Chat, don't be surprised if CJ Stroud is that second QB off the board tonight, even after the past week with what you've heard. I'm going to find some sort of way to bet that. Probably just taking Stroud to go third overall because that's probably going to happen. All right. It's looking like we're rolling with that Oakland LA over for the squad ride. I don't hate it. I don't hate it one bit. Maybe the Oakland Bats get going a little bit today. And we know the Angels are going to be scoring against Sears. All right. Total's moving up a whole run with Shohei on the bump. A little interesting, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Jovan, appreciate you coming on again today, my man. We'll catch you guys on here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Good luck with the bets tonight. Enjoy the draft. We'll be seeing.
Brandon Drury.